With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Walker to start the drive. They find some open field here. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored. They answered back. Something similar to what we just saw there. Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Lance. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Quickly out wide to Eskridge. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Newton on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Newton on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Mims. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Seahawks. Denzel Mims. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you?
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2nd down and goal. Newton. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go in an entertaining first quarter of play.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Taking a shot for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
He's going to take another shot here. And this throw will be intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now it's Newton. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. From the gun on third down, Newton. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Walker now on first and 10. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing is Newton. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the red zone now, Newton. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Lance looking to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And Lance again going to keep it. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The big man get the oxygen tank. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, 1 by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how important possessions are nowadays in the NFL because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to him.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come back in. Come back in.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Touchdown! Noah Fant. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bishop. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
Ready, ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Newton.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now is Lance.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down.
And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Unlock line! Unlock line!
Newton. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. A final shot before the break. Newton.
He's got this one completed to Mims.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
A final shot before break. Newton going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. Well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
This taken in at the goal line.
The Seahawks take over first down again at their own 11-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
70.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
On first down, Newton. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Newton now to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Newton. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Viking 18.
Newton to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. D. Eskridge. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
To throw, it's Lance. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
From the gun, here's Newton. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. On 1st down, it's Newton. Going right back to Fant. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Seattle. A great effort there. 51 yards.
And the Seahawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge...
And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers...
Touchdown, Seahawks! Noah Fant, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. Lance finding Debo there for the Niner first.
Ready?
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Fighting through, and he's got space.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
We have played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Lance going to throw.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Lance now on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he hauls drills it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. Newton now to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that? And my goodness, another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about it.
And now here's another interception. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Lance now on first down.
Flush to his right. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Newton on first down. And this one complete again to Mims. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the...
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
There he goes left side. 30, 20, 10, 5. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here on the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Mustang 19.
On 4th down, Newton completes it to Fant on the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Here's Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Lance. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Gonzalez to add the PAT.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. It's a room to maneuver. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system. It leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Lance to throw it. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, You say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Seahawks, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.